Hello, this is Left-Handed Knight. I'm Mr. Wolf, and welcome to The Rise of the Martins, where we're continuing as Louis II. Now, these videos have been doing unexpectedly well, so I want to thank you all for the support and feedback that my content has received. One viewer in particular had suggested recently that I revoke the titles of the vassals that usurped my brother, Antoninus. He did lose his realm in the last episode. And although I complain about it, typically when that happens, I leave it alone. When my vassals have their own vassal wars, I don't want to go poking around with my vassals. There can be many consequences. Now, we will try it this episode, but I did test this off camera, and yeah, if they don't accept you revoking their titles, your vassals will revolt against you, and that is a force that I don't really want to deal with. I did test it. I got outnumbered. There's no way I'm going to win that war. And even if I won, if this happens again, I don't want to keep going to war with my vassals. That's going to be very costly. Even if I don't get mercenaries, it's still going to decimate my monthly income. I'd rather hold on to this money. And I want to avoid war if I can. I want to avoid situations where my capital gets sieged, members of my courtiers get killed, dynasty members, vassals, your knights get slain in battle. So I want to avoid that. But I did check, and the King of Burgundy will accept if I revoke his title. So we'll do that, and we'll try the King of Frisia. But before then, let's hold court. I have an idea to improve taxation. Yeah, let's do this survey. This gives us good benefits. Yeah. Alright, that's done. Let's check to see if we can marry off any of our courtiers. No, we're good. And this is Antoninus's heir. This is his grandson. And tell me the eugenics program is not working. Just look at this guy. You're going to give me your titles. There we go. Huh. Yeah, I'm above my domain limit, but I'm going to give this to Antoninus. Alright, dude, do not lose this. Please. This is very generous of me to be doing this for you. Does he not get... Oh, wow. Can I transfer the vassal? Yeah, I can. This guy's going to cause problems for him, but he is ailing. So hopefully he dies soon. Okay. Are you happy now? You've lost like 3 or 4 wars. We could try Frisia, but the thing is, I don't know if he's going to accept this. Difference in our military strength. I'm going to send him some gold. And let's see how that impacts it. 62. Can I send you an artifact? He will okay, he most likely will accept this, so... Let's try that. Get out of here. Yeah, he accepted. Alright, Antoninus. You're getting your realm back. Please, do not lose this. Like, I am serious. I don't want to have to save you again. There we go. So thank you to the viewer who did suggest that. It's not an ideal situation, as we did lose money and artifacts as gifts, but Antoninus got his realm back, so that's good. I also need, like, this is really bothering me. I need to fix this. I'm gonna take this away. What is this? Nantes, the county of Nantes? Yeah, just to fix this. There we go. That looks way better. We have some vassals that expect council positions, so let's rearrange this. Temporarily, I do have someone else who's not a vassal as a spy master, just because of the high intrigue. I do want her to find secrets in my court, but once she's done, we'll swap her out. Louis, are you my grandson? You have disputed heritage. I really don't care. I mean, you are a Martin nonetheless. You're like a descendant of us, but I really don't care about this kid. He is a bastard. But, you know what? You can have a decent education. Alliance expired. She's certain that my acquaintance... There's more Of course there's more schemes. Who is doing it? Yeah, I don't care. King Hans II, what happened? Why did our alliance expire? Sure, though. What happened to your... Oh. Okay. She got... Someone else got murdered. Why did you... Okay. You're a kinslayer. That... Again, for the breeding program, I would like them to just keep having kids, but, like... Do I really want to let this guy off the hook? He did murder someone. I can't execute him, though, because then I'm going to be a kinslayer. Will I get a strong hook on him? Let's just let him go. Now, I am being pretty permissive, and I should probably avoid it, and it might be causing these problems as I let these people go. But when they're in prison, they can't have kids, and I want members of my dynasty to have more kids. So I'm actually still not going to imprison members of my dynasty unless I really need to. If you guys object to that, then just let me know. It could be a really bad idea, but whatever. He is a drunkard now because he just lost his wife. I'm sorry about that. I'm not going to hold... I should hold the murderer accountable. But, you know, he won't do it again. He promised he won't do it again. What's going on? Some stuff's going on in the realm. I don't care about the other drama. Just make sure that my heir is doing all right. He's reclusive and a drunk. Yeah, I feel bad for him, man. I mean, after what happened to him in the last episode, he's been going through a tough time, so... Do we have the redouble guards? Yeah, like, whatever they do... The reason why I don't hold them accountable, because I'm not so worried about what happens in our court, but in their court, that's where stuff might happen. But that's kind of on them. It's kind of the AI's fault in a way. I mean, the AI gets up to some nonsense. I mean, what's going on with Reno the Black? Like, you guys seen last episode what was going on with that. Really suspicious stuff. The Day of Truth. Survey completed. It is done, my lord, states Steward Duke Baudouin. Is that how you say it? As he bows in front of me. Several months ago, you commissioned a survey of all your lands. Now it's completed, and the details on ownership and land value are all collected in this book. As long as this description is faithful to reality, your taxation will be more efficient throughout your realm. Yeah, I guess it was worth it. And someone can get married. My niece. Okay, let's arrange another marriage. We'll do female. I have a preset here, matrilineal. And let's look for people with multiple congenital traits. Fabrice is an option, but he does have a bad congenital trait. Usually don't pick people with that, but I'm going to marry him off anyway. Let's look around for anybody else. I could marry her off to King Hans, but then she'd leave my court. So I'm going to avoid marrying her off to males who hold titles. I'd rather manage the offspring that she does have. I mean, it would be a good thing to get more Martins in positions of power, but he's already part of our dynasty. It doesn't matter. If it was some other ruler that was accepting a matrilineal marriage, I might just do that. I'm actually going to marry her off to this Herculean man. Is there a war? There is. Oh, God. You know what? We started the episode with this, stuff. We might have to do this again. I mean, dude, here's the thing. The AI gets up to this stuff. They do these scandals. It delegitimizes them. And then this happens. Like, guys, please stay out of trouble. Yeah, this is not looking good. Let's send him a gift. And I forgot to do that, but let's send our vassals gifts. So they can, again, reinvest that and afford mercenaries. Oh, Antoninus died. Oh, wow. Look at that impressive beard. At 18, that's crazy. Oh, Louis III of Frisia. Huh. Yeah, I think he was in line to inherit it because, yeah, his father was. Louis III. This is not good. We have a kid ruler. I mean, oh, man. You know this is going to end poorly. My brother and friend has unfortunately passed away, and I do feel a bit bad for Antoninus. I mean, considering what happened during his reign, but in the end, he got it back, and his grandchildren now inherit his realm. King Louis III. Is his name King Louis III because... Is it because I had one... Let's look at the title history. Oh, okay. It is King Louis III because I at once had the title. So I would be Louis II of Frisia, and then Louis I would be Louis I of Frisia. Okay, so we actually have 4 kings of our dynasty. What's our renown looking at? It's pretty good. Yeah, we got a bunch of kings. Let's check up on the... Okay, he actually... I think he won that war. So he's doing fine. They're all doing fine. Good. So I won't do blackmail against my members of my dynasty, but I will for everyone else. I can't wait to go. I'm not feeling good about this already. Ask for gold. Good. Again, we're not doing legends. I think they're a waste of money. Does anyone actually do legends? They do have some benefits. I think if you spread a legend, certain types of the legends will increase development, which I might actually want to do. But again, they cost a lot of money. So, let's not. What the hell? How did you... I don't even know what's going on with this border gore. Dauphin Lothaire II. Yeah, he died. Oh my god. Okay, what is happening? He has secretly taken Edouard II. Is that how you say that? A nobleman from Lotharingia as his... Again? He broke up with the last guy. Now, dude. The main issue with this is that the more scandals they get involved with, I think the more people, the more legitimacy they lose, the more prestige they lose, like the more piety they. Yeah, he's a sinner. It just lowers their overall legitimacy, not just legitimacy, but just as a ruler. Yeah, I'm not just talking about this. I'm talking about like how much their vassals actually respect them, how much other characters respect them. The more scandals that they're involved with, the worse of the ruler they become, and then, yeah, it's just bad for the dynasty. You guys know, I've already said this. But no, I actually think it's pretty funny. It is interesting when this stuff happens. Who should get glory? Look at our accolades. They're all at level 1, because we've only had 2 wars. 2 wars since the game has started. Let's do the... You're the pike captain. You have the vanguard, so... The noble warriors. Let's make him... Yeah, he'll gain some glory. Clementia, what is going on? A loud crash resounds through the great hall as one of the doors to the service quarters break. In a barely clothed tumble, my vassal, Mayor Raymond, and my sister, Princess Clementia, spill out on the floor in front of everyone. That is embarrassing. The door broke? What were you guys doing in there? I mean, wait. Didn't you cheat? Yeah, you were the one who cheated with the other guy. Yeah, that we had to get rid of. Dude, give your husband a break. Guillaume, him? This guy? Your lovers with this Guillaume the Second, the hideous? I mean, what does this guy have exactly that is appealing? I don't know. That is disgusting. Oh, man. The characters in this game... Oh. I knew this family... Olafur. Olafurson. Rognvaldr Olafurson. I knew there'd be problems with the Norse. Oh, but it looks like he's... Yeah, Renaud is helping him. So he should be fine. He should actually be fine. For once. And who are you married to? Hold on. Cécile Martinon. How are you related exactly? I mean, I have been arranging some inbreeding, but... Your niece? That's a little close, man. Hey. I'm not judging. But, okay. Daylight pours through the windows, and in just one moment, the whole hall becomes illuminated. Were we up all night? I think we were. Most of the seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons and take their leave with a cheery bow. What a pleasure it was to have you with us. Duke Barango smiles at me. I still remember what you did last episode. But yeah, it was a good feast. Is this the 3rd affair? I mean, what are you doing? Negative piety is crazy. Murderer, adulterer, drunkard, like... You guys are not helping the reputation of the Martin dynasty. And this was my youngest daughter, who we had a lot later than our other children. She's just a zealot, which is good. Let's marry her off to someone with an intellect trait. We'll marry you off to Beaumont Martin. Yeah. That'll work. Matrilineal, so he comes to our court. He is winning that war, which is fine. My sister Elizabeth died. What'd she die of? Old age. Okay. Dynasty legacy. So this is done. I think the next thing... I mean, we're really focusing on family and dynasty, so it's got to be kin. And I really want to get graceful aging. No prowess lost from age and increased skills with age. That is really good. Constant care is good. Studious youth is good. This is just really good. So we'll do bounteous loins for the extra fertility and attraction opinion. And then we'll head down this. And then I think next we'll do glory for the marriage acceptance. Or if you guys have a suggestion, we might do something else. But I think glory is the third one. He's drunkard, reclusive, and flagellant. Like, what is this? What is he going through? It's just like everyone's dying. It's all of his memories. People dying. It is my daughter, Borgonia, that's plotting to kill my niece. Guys, come on. Like, let's lay off. Murder Clementia. Oh boy, what drama could she be involved in? My vassals know nothing about my blackmail, but they noticed how my victim, Duchess Cornelia, acts around me. They have seen the fear that flashes across her eyes. I mean, 22 dread, that's good. And we gained another hook. Maybe then people will listen to us. Change your contract. I don't want you to, like, die of stress. Like one of my sisters has done so. And the other sisters were really stressed out, too. Yeah, you died of stress. Poor Stephanie. Blackmail? Wait a minute. How did you do... Wait. Okay. Oh, God. What goes around comes around. I mean, I'm just looking to see who I can blackmail. Greetings, Emperor Louis. And who are you? What are you doing here? What business do you have being here? Like, or what, are you investigating crimes or something? Greetings, Emperor Louis of the Holy Roman Empire. My regret that it has come to this. I know that you are Duke Bernardo. I don't know how you found this out. You're his real killer. If you wish for my silence, you will do as I say. What would you do with a weak hook? I'm declining it. I had my reasons, guys. I don't care, man. You can threaten me. Who's next? Neither of us. We're not fighting this guy. Yeah. The latest work of my acquaintance King Alfonso has become all the rage at court as of late. What is this? Men need not fear as lives depart, though it may tear their grievers apart. What? And hope for memory's grace, so that the whole world remembers their face. Okay. Okay, I guess. I'm going up against this guy. Count Géraud the Depraved. Good folk whisper that his desires are unnatural. He considers them simply refined. Ill, God. What does this guy get up to? A fickle, impatient, sadistic, bisexual, drunkard murderer. Yeah, average CK3 character. Okay, I'm ready. The table flips with an almighty thwack, sending the chess pieces flying. Géraud's mood turned suddenly several moves ago, as he realized a simple mistake had all but decided the game in my favor. Yes, you win, Emperor Louis, he whines. Happy? My game against Count Vezian of Millau is going very poorly. He is playing at a level I wouldn't have thought possible. Okay. I notice his eyes keep darting into the crowd, and seems to be looking directly at a figure standing almost directly behind me. Oh, he's cheating. They are performing subtle hand gestures and moving their lips. Okay, how does nobody else notice this? I'll just focus on the game. Yeah, I throw him off. The soft click of moving pieces disturbs the calm. We are deep into the end game now, and the game hangs in the balance. I ponder what has already happened, such as when my opponent overturned the table entirely with an almighty crash. I'm winning by some margin, provided I can press this advantage hard. Victory is surely on the horizon. This gives us the highest chance of victory. We did it. Checkmate, loser. The silence is deafening. Count Aymar has been contemplating his next move for what it seems like an eon, eyes gazing intently at the chessboard beneath knitted brows. Clearly the man wants to win. Once the idea of distracting him pops into my head, it's hard to dispel. Cheap tricks are beneath me. I'm winning by some margin, so let's do the same thing. You seem awfully sure of yourself, man. And we won. Chess master. You're at war. You're losing the war. You're winning, but you still, somehow, Haven't finished. This has been started 3 years ago. Amidst the blood and thunder of the melee, it is almost impossible to keep your bearings. The mass of competitors heave and sway, an uncontrollable pile of humanity. Woe betide anyone who should stand in its way. Of course, an unfortunate peasant need only move aside with haste to avoid the brawl. The issue is a little more pronounced, I consider, when the victim is a building. The melee has spilled over into Saintonge proper, and even now I can see contestants from both sides ripping off pieces of building facade to use as rudimentary shields or even missiles. I fancy I can even hear the crackling of flames in the middle distance. Okay, maybe we should... Alright, enough. That's enough. One more push. And we won. The Tyrant. My fellow contestant, have you heard what they call you? My fellow contestant, Paranude, says to me while taking a bite of an apple. They call you Emperor Louis the Tyrant. Not what you would call flattering, perhaps, but it's unlikely that you can do anything to change it. For what it's worth, I promise not to call you by that name. Paranude says and smiles. That's an interesting name. The Tyrant. Why is that? You are the realm, and anyone who disagrees will learn what the realm does with traitors. Is it because of my dread? Maybe. I like that name, the Tyrant. There's been a new cadet branch, so let's take a look at that. That's pretty cool looking. Martin Minorca. I think it's named, and this coat of arms comes from the place that they form it in, which is an interesting way. I mean, I don't know if that's how cadet branches worked. I assume a lot of these would be sort of a union between two pre-existing royal houses. But in this game, it seems like you just create a cadet branch, and then it's named after the place you formed it. What's happening to you? You've got lover's pox. How did you get No, man. What are you doing? Sneaking off with my granddaughter? There's some cousin loving happening here. I mean, that's not unusual. That's not unusual at all, though, considering the marriages I've been arranging. He has hired some mercenaries, and it looks like, yeah, okay, he should be able to hold on to his realm, unlike his father. Yet again, more fighting. You thief! This was my mother's, Bezina exclaims, eyes blazing. Do I have to read every single event that we keep seeing? No, I'm not going to. Yeah, give me that gold. I could use that gold. Someone's trying to murder someone in the dynasty. How surprising. We can develop the capital, so let's keep doing that. And hold court. Duke Giraud storms to the front of my throne. My liege, many think Elodie should become your successor over Louis. It is known across the Holy Roman Empire that your heir Louis so offends as to make offense a skill. He practically lives in the tavern, and once he had squandered his allowance, others buy him drinks in exchange for doing obscene impressions of you. He sighs, but I'm sure he will deny having done this. A wolfish grin spreads across Louis's face. Oh, I absolutely did. Oh, very sweet. He takes after his father. Let's sort by age. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of people to actually marry off. Fabrice, you can marry Elodie. Good. Alright, that's them two. You will do Solène. Alright, Gerberge it is. Alright, that's done, and let's send gifts to our vassals. They're still in war, so we'll send gifts. There'll come a time where I won't need to do this. Really, Berengar, the ill-tempered, he's laying claim to the Duchy of Orléans. He's Paulician. Is there a heresy? There is a heresy in the realm. Let's do a demand convert. Yeah, indirect vassals. 12 of them. Direct vassals, 3 of them, 3 courtiers. Yeah, we got it. I forgot to do that. Look at this battle axe. 12 prowess. Yeah, definitely going to take that. What do we have here? 11. Alright. Knight effectiveness is good. And pursuit efficiency, good prowess. Yeah. Okay. The wars are doing fine. Yeah, they've got it under control. Yet, these things happen, like, every time we travel. My wife Bezina approaches my acquaintance Raoul, asleep near a plow. In a sudden, violent act, Bezina impales Raoul on the plow's sharp tines, ensuring a swift end. I'm actually, you know... I saw nothing, you know? I don't know. This is the third time today I've heard a local nattering about a certain tale as we pass them. Oh my god, Moisson de Leu sees my confusion. It is a regional story, my lord. Sons of Skoda. Or Skada? I don't know. They call it. He confides. Well, it certainly sounds quite interesting. I don't care. I don't care for legends. My lord, please, but a moment of your time to hear my latest poem. This isn't the first Irish who has tried to introduce me to their poetry, and considering the road ahead, surely not the last. There must be a true infatuation with poetry here. For every other dreamer to have a poem in their hearts. Sure, become a poet. Long after most have gone to sleep for the night, I still find myself seated by the campfire. What's wrong? Louis asks as he sits down next to me, with a concerned expression on his face. At first, I don't know what to say, but as I start talking, it just comes out naturally. All my stress, my worries, my day-to-day issues. I just keep thinking about that time when Orson and I became rivals. I can't help but wonder if I should have done things differently. What about you? And they've won this one. Okay, good. Yeah, they actually survived. The vassals are doing well. Is this a crash? Yeah, we crashed. Damn it. Okay, so my game crashed. It only set us back a few months, though, so we're fine. I did have autosave on. White squall, turn to port. The coxswain horrifying yell does not suit the calm weather, but my ears are filled with an increasingly louder roar of the wind. In less than a heartbeat, the moist white mist that engulfs the whole ship, louder than the wind, the main mast cracks and falls overboard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, dude. And as sudden as it came, the squall moves on. Our boat lazily rocks on the calm sea, dragging the torn sails and broken oars along. Okay, we have more sails. Arrange betrothal. Ew, dude. I mean, I don't ever accept betrothals. I am in charge of who marries who. But no, that's just gross. It seems that, despite his best efforts, Duke Edouard of Aquitaine remains about as literate as the average village idiot. Most wise and enlightened emperor, fawns Balthazar. How may I inspire my liege to learn to read? He gestures to my hoarded knowledge. The Duke fears struggling through 1,000 lines and never achieving wisdom such as yours. He'll read the words of his emperor. That's gross. Uh-oh. Okay. Wasn't it you who also tried to... Didn't you already do this? It's the same guy. From last episode. No, I don't think I'll need to call in any of my allies. We should be fine. And there's one guy here for some reason. Why does this happen? Why is there always, like, one dude just chilling here? Really? How long is this battle going to take? Huh. There we go. The Battle of Rouen. He's just one guy. One survivor. One soldier, one survivor. That's crazy. What did that accomplish exactly? Alright, he's here. He's coming. Where's he going to land? Right here? Alright, let's try and catch him. Now he's going around, you fucking coward. He's going around again. Oh my god. Face me like a man, dude. Come on. Now he's leaving? What is your problem? Are you really that afraid? If you're that afraid, why did you invade? Yeah. Yep. No chance. Everyone was slaughtered. How did you survive that? Come on. Hans the Beautiful was murdered by Dauphin Humbert. Dude, this guy... oh my god. The Carlings have been causing such problems for us. That is insane. Are you serious? Alright, Queen Dorothy is now in power. More accusations? Of witchcraft? Guys, the witchcraft is not causing the plague, okay? Tonight I found myself unable to sleep for one reason or another. With a sigh, I step out of my chambers. My guards look alarmed, worried that something is going on, but I raise a hand to reassure them that everything is alright. They leave me in peace as I pace back and forth on the ground outside. It is then that I look to the night sky and remember that evening not so long ago when I and Eleanor spent some time staring at the stars and studying the constellations. I chuckle to myself and raise a finger as I try to point out some of the constellations I remember we talked about. That's one thing you could have done, is stargaze. I wish I could stargaze, but there's so much light pollution, especially where I live. You can barely see any constellations. Like, why are you... What is happening to you, dude? What is happening to you, actually? It's going to be alright. Things will always get better, my nanny used to tell me when I was a child and feeling scared or frustrated. I've been thinking about those words a lot lately, especially when I'm dealing with a lot of things on my mind. But now, my nanny is no longer here to comfort me. Dude, you're 74 years old. I have to wonder whether things will be alright in the end. Yeah, your nanny's not here. Of course they will be. Oh, great. Already there's a vassal war. Really? Martin against Martin? Is that what I'm seeing here? Wait a minute. Really? I've seen this before. This is the same stuff over and over again. You guys are really not that original, you know? Passing through my court, I notice an unrecognized face approach me. My most handsome liege, I am Aldebert, former courtier of your vassal Duke Philippe. He has asked me to present myself before you and partake in your court. He has also given me a letter of introduction that only you may read. Then he hands me an enclosed letter. After breaking the seal, the letter simply reads, Dear Louis, please assassinate the bearer of this letter. Flee while you can. Oh, he failed to escape. You are of my dynasty, but I don't care. You're a bastard. You shouldn't be of my dynasty. You can have this beautiful spouse right here. Yeah, that'll be okay for you. You abused the hospitality of one of my subjects and now we're rivals. That's such a random... Like, why am I getting these random rivalries? Is anyone in my prison? No. There should be... This prison should be full. You know, it should be full. But I'm too magnanimous. Alright. We've completed the learning lifestyles. Now let's do stewardship. We'll do wealth focus. We got some more income. What's going to happen here? Oh. Alright, wait. Oh. Just went to her. We can change the contract. Let's do that. Okay, it just switched. I receive a missive from my adventurer with words embellished so. I can see her in a theater of mind. My lord, on my travels I stayed at a farm attended by Giraud. I am in love, and I would like to take a week of watching him shovel horse dung over any banquet at court. I cannot walk away from this farm, knowing I may never kiss him again. Either he travels to you and joins your court, or my journey ends here. Welcome to the court, I guess? He's a vengeful, sadistic, deceitful... Like, this is not a good person. I mean, he's beautiful, but this is not a good person. I mean, he's gonna do some shit. Maybe we shouldn't have this person in our court. I mean, yeah, maybe this was a mistake. Exhausted, I stagger into the austere comforts of a refuge. All around me are competitors from both sides. Armor rent and twisted, swords blunted and chipped. Squires and servants scurry around helping their charges. I spy a few of my teammates restoring themselves. They greet me wearily as I slump down beside them, weary and aching. Watching from my shady position, I can see a resourceful market seller readying some hastily assembled food and drink to sell to the shattered fighters. Sure. Always looks cool being on horseback with a lance. As we walk down the halls in the Mariner and Saint Denis, Thibault turns to me. They say this part of the estate is haunted, my lord. I hesitantly look around. The hall is a bit darker than I would have expected, candles flickering at their posts. When we stop at the old dining hall, Thibault turns to me again, this time with a grin. Would you like to tour the haunted manor? Sure. We're walking down a dark and deserted hallway. The few furnishings we come across are all covered up with sheets, adding to the ghostly atmosphere. Was that a rat? I hurry to catch up with my entourage. Thibault turns to face us, squinting as he utters the words, and through here, my lords and ladies. Let's try and find something interesting. I enter through a narrow door and is greeted by some form of dusky brightness coming from the covered windows. The room appears to have been an old study. I peruse the room, thankful for the additional light provided by the window. As I am about to leave, I notice something on a pile of rubble in the corner. Is that a thing with a purpose? I hesitate for a moment. I don't want that. With my new possession in my pocket, I saunter around the dark and narrow halls. Eventually I find the rest of the group in the dining room at the end of the manor. A large dark figure is hanging from one of the archways of the room, and I can't help but wonder what purpose that would serve. Also, the others seem slightly agitated. Thibaut jolts and turns in my direction. "My lord, what did you get up to? These dark halls aren't safe on one's own." Yeah, it seems like a perfectly ordinary house. While surveying the lands of Ile-de-France, we are suddenly overrun by assassins, and seemingly out of nowhere, Duke Borel and his entourage come riding along, head first and weapons raised straight into the crowd of assassins. The act of assisting a for all purposes stranger in need truly proves that there is a divine plan. This must be a sign from God that our travel is blessed. My savior circles back to me and nods politely. I smile in response and muster a "God bless you, my lord." What? My grandson King Antoninus had an extramarital affair with his soulmate, Countess Sibylle. Oh, damn. Ooh, I can increase the size of... Yeah, I should definitely do this. Increase the army. 31 development in the capital. That's good. Rome is 37. What about Constantinople? 33. So we're like almost even with Constantinople. Murder Louis... Now someone's plotting against me. Oh, boy. Committed sodomy together with his lover Edouard. Oh, no. Men need not fear as lives depart, crossing to quiet death with noble heart. 'Tis rare enough for men to admit that all they leave behind is shit. Okay. It's all the rage in court as of late. Powerful vassals. Humbert of Frisia. What just happened here? Faction demand. Of course, of course. Dude, you freaking Carlings, I swear to God, will not accept. There's nothing I can do. You're still a duke. Okay, Duke Louis II of Holland. That's not that bad, but I might have to leave this. I mean, God. All my vassals are going to revolt against me if I do this. So maybe we'll wait. We'll wait some time. Another lover. He's taken another lover. What are you doing, bro? The hell happened? Was ripped to shreds by a bear. What is going on? Oh, dear. A frontier like Sicily, situated at the crossroads of civilizations, attracts the attention of outsiders like bees to honey. For years, distant realms from across the Mediterranean completed militarily, politically, religiously, and economically to control this wondrous, beautiful, and lucrative land. Byzantium has emerged as the most powerful force in Sicily, and the regional ruling class, that is, the local elite, has origins in, or at least close ties to that world. One could say that this frontier has been tamed under such imperiality for now. Yet this hollow dominance for the region is drained of resources and vitality, and underneath this veneer of stability is the unpredictable, capricious... What is with all the adjectives? Politically, religiously, wondrous, beautiful, lucrative, unpredictable, whatever. All the fancy adjectives, in this game. It's weird. It is not implausible that one day, whether through attacks by ravenous outsiders, internal squabbling, or both, that the frontier of Sicily will emerge as the fateful arena of the Mediterranean once more. These are really long sentences. It's full of twists and turns anyway. Oh, I love that sound. Why are you pregnant? Fornicator. Oh, man. On your wedding, really? Pregnant? And is that his child, or is it someone else's? Because sometimes they do, screw around before the wedding. I've seen that before, but I don't know. Everyone's attention, including my own, is fixated on the unmistakably pregnant belly of the bride. This is going to be awkward. Yeah, it is. Oh, guess what? Yes, dude. Vengeance, bro. Yeah, take it back. Take back your title, Louis. You're gonna lose. 5,000 versus 2,000? Yeah, you're done. Oh, it is always a sad day when all the hopes accompanying a new wedding go to waste, and all the hard work put into organizing a grand event goes to waste. Unfortunately, this wedding was simply not meant to be. As the servants started cleaning up, the guests leave in confused and disappointed groups to head back to their respective homes. What happened? What happened? My grandson Duke Louis had an extramarital affair. Guards. Everyone's been cheating on everyone else. Who isn't sleeping with who at this point? Like, come on. Oh, look at this, dude. That eugenics program? Yeah, it's working. It's working. Extramarital affair. How many lovers do you have, dude? Because he's done this before with another, with I think one of his cousins or something. Imprison. I'm going to start imprisoning people. Schemed against me, adulterer. Yeah. You're imprisoned. Gained rival. I don't give a fuck. I'm starting to put my foot down. You know, I'm sick of this shit. I'm really sick of it. Alright, communal government has been discovered. Is there anything else? We could do High Crown Authority. What is that? Naval speed? That might be nice. Buildings. I think mangonels, or mangonels, whatever they're called. I think that's going to be nice. I mean, to hasten up sieges. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. I mean, I might start declaring war after I die and I start playing as Louis III. So yeah, let's start working on the army. We did everything we can for development. So yeah, we'll do the army. Till death do us part. Not one day too soon. I was sick of her shit. I was sick of her. I am free to start my life anew. Yeah, we're not remarrying. No, we're not. There we go. And where is Louis? And now... Oh, good. So Renault actually gets his de jure... Oh, thank God. Can actually fix the border gore. Oh, that's much better. Oh, that looks much better. There we go. Things are fixed, finally. Yeah, know thyself. I will be dead within a year. Let me just... What the hell? Okay. My eyes. Get that off my screen. They're not. Oh my God, I don't need this right now. You're not gonna succeed. You really won't. You really won't. Okay? You won't. I want to die so I can finish recording. Alright, here they are. Truce. Yeah, sure. Purchase truce. And I died. Mid-battle. Okay. Let's zoom out a bit. Choose a new destiny. Okay, I could do Count Bertrand. We're not going to do this again. Extremely hard. Poor health, advanced age, irritable, is blank. Just is. Merely is. Bro exists, and it's just hard because he exists. Just is. No. Okay. Let's handle this. Wow. I mean, 34 years is not that long. But he lived quite a while. Emperor Louis II of the Holy Roman Empire rests in the arms of the Lord at 83 years of age. He died of old age, a hollowed shell of his former self. He had long lost his wits by the time of his final passing. Emperor Louis ascends to the throne, beautiful beyond words. His appearance will have foreign dignitaries groveling at his feet. I don't know, man. He's looking really rough. Let's take a look at the descendants of Louis II. Louis II had 5 children, the first of which was his daughter, Jeanne, who had 6 children. The first of those was her daughter, Berthe, who had 3 children, Jeanne, Berthe, and Perrine. Her second child was her son, King Antoninus II, who unfortunately was killed by a bear. He had 2 children, Queen Tiberge and Princess Ursinde. She had 2 children that died of measles, Plaisance and Élie. Her 5th child was her son, Renaud, who had 4 children, Gilbert, Eloise, and Humbert. And she had an illegitimate child named Louis, who had a daughter named Aude. Louis's second child was his daughter Bourgogne, who had 4 children. The first of those was her daughter Cerizine, who had 5 children: Bourgogne, who had a son, Sigismund, Herbert, Simon, Echive, and Jean. Bourgogne's second child was her son, Louis, who had 3 children: Lothaire, Payen, and Élodie. Her third child was her daughter, Eleanor, who had 4 children: Bourgogne, Peyronel, Valerin, and Eleanor. And her fourth child was her son, Erard, who had 3 children: Louis, Mascaros, and Belize. Louis's third child was his daughter, Élodie, who had 6 children. The first of those was her daughter, Mélisande, who had 5 children: Henri, Maurice, Arsinde, Adalbert, and Isabeau. Her second child was her daughter, Élodie, who had 3 children: Lothaire, Payen, and Élodie. Her third child was her son, King Louis III, who had 2 children, Arsinde, and an illegitimate child, Robert. Her fourth child was her son, Edemar, who had 4 children: Louis, Baudouin, Rogon, and Blanche. Her fifth child was her daughter, Gerberge, who had 4 children: Helvie, Emmegarde, Élodie, and Adelinde. And her sixth child was her daughter, Yolande. Louis's fourth child was his only son, Louis III, who as of now has 4 children. Hopefully he'll have an heir soon. His first child was his daughter, Perrine, who had 4 children: Jean, Gilles, Ogier, and Catherine. His second child was his daughter, Solène, who had 3 children: Louis, Eudes, and Hildegarde. His third child was his daughter, Clementia, who had 4 children: Clementia, Louis, Aléade, and Mathilde. And his fourth child was his daughter, Cerizine, who had 3 children: Cerizine, Ede, and Savary. Louis's youngest child was his daughter, Giselle, who had 4 children: Louis, Fabrice, Hildegarde, and Valence. Let's take a look at the current dynasty rulers. We, of course, have ourselves, Emperor Louis III of the Holy Roman Empire, King Louis III of Frisia, Queen Thiberge of Burgundy, King Reno the Black of Lotharingia, Queen Valence of Brittany, Lord Rogon the Handsome of the French Reivers, Princess Arsinde of Burgundy, Count Bertrand of Valentinois, and Prince Bozan of Lotharingia. And our dynasty cadet branches, we have Martin Nantes, and we have Martin Minorca. Here's the Martin Nantes family with King Reno as the head, and here's the Martin Minorca family with Lord Rogon as the head. Let's take a look at the history so far. Louis II was much like his father, Louis I, and followed the same education. His father was keen on raising him the way he saw fit. He was diligent and zealous like his father, but luckily without the weirdness and social awkwardness. He was much more bold, though. Louis was tall and sturdy just like his father, and he had the same defined features, but also had the same beauty of his mother. As he got older, he wore his hair longer with a modest but thick beard. His parents were Louis and Hildegarde. He was 100% French. His personality was diligent, zealous, and brave. He was a mastermind philosopher, and was born on the 19th of September, 879. Louis's father thought it fit to arrange marriages with those who had strong blood. He found Bezina, a robust woman, and married her to Louis. She was a bastard child believed to be the daughter of Count Eckhard the Trickster. The couple did fine together, but as time went on, Louis began to hate her, although Bezina was still fond of him. She was callous and arrogant, with lots of ambition. Her personality may have been the reason, and she may not have even known of her spouse's hatred. Louis and Bezina had 5 children, 3 daughters at first, 1 son, and another daughter much later. All of their children inherited Louis's beauty and Bezina's physique. Élodie was the most sturdy, while Jean and Bourgogne were tall like their father. Louis was competent just like his father, and continued the economic development of his domain. Paris began to rival Constantinople and even Rome. The realm was subject to several Norse invasions, which were hastily combated and destroyed. The realm didn't grow as much, as Louis was focused on internal affairs. Vassals waged war with his family, which he successfully managed and secured the titles of dynasty rulers. He often controlled his vassals through blackmail and threat of punishment. Many called Louis the Tyrant. The only wars Louis fought in were the Norse invasions. Each time they were slaughtered, and the realm was quickly secured. This proved Louis's competence outside of just economics. The situation at court didn't improve much. Although there was less drama overall, there were many schemes and some murders. Another scandal with the Martin daughter and a vassal, this time Duke Bernardo, ended up with him disappearing. Some suspect Louis had something going on. Many vassals were afraid of him. It wasn't clear why, but he used a lot of blackmail. King Hans the Handsome led the hybridization of the French and Franconian cultures, creating Alsatian. In 930, he formed the cadet branch Martinaut. Hans died in 942. Lotharingia went to Renaud, and Brittany went to Hans II. Hans II was murdered in 953, and his titles passed on to his daughter Dorothy, who was deposed in favor of her sister Valence. Renaud was more corrupt and was involved in numerous sodomy scandals. He was known as the Black. King Antoninus was not so competent. He lost multiple vassal wars, his court had a bad case of measles which killed many. Antoninus lost Frisia to Queen Asa in 930 and lost Burgundy to King Manasseh in 941. Louis demanded the titles be returned, and the vassals caved. Antoninus died, leaving Burgundy and Frisia to his grandsons, Antoninus II and Louis III. Antoninus II the Handsome was more competent, but died young, being killed by a bear. He left his daughter Queen Tiberge with his titles. Louis III lost Frisia to the Karlings, but fought back and reclaimed his titles. Princess Magdalena, leader of the French Reivers, died in 942, leaving her son Rogan to take charge. Lord Rogan the Handsome formed the cadet branch Martin Minorca. Louis II was a decent ruler and a competent successor to his father. He was nearly as prestigious and pious. Louis continued the prosperity of the realm and managed to avoid debt and control his vassals. Much of the previous drama died with his siblings, but there were many schemes. Murders were more common, including his son's first wife, which was a devastating tragedy. By the end, Louis became so sick of what people were getting up to, he put his foot down, and courtiers were locked up for their crimes. Louis took on the health practices of his father and managed to surpass him, living to 83 and reigning for 34 years. When he died, he passed on all his titles to his only son, Louis III. Alright, and that's all. I made sure to cut down on the project size so it would take less time to make and present. Now this video is coming out later, so I apologize for the delay. I have made several community posts, and I know on mobile you can see them. I'm not sure if they appear in your feed on desktop. I do post info sometimes, so make sure to go to the community section of my channel in case you haven't been seeing my posts in your feed. I mentioned that I took a small break and would be busy for the next few weeks, and although I'm shooting for around 6 videos a week, realistically this is going to be one of 3 videos that are going to come out this week. I'm still going to try to aim for 6 videos a week, but if my activity doesn't catch up, just assume I'm busy, and make sure to check up with those community posts as well. Anyway, I'm not certain what my schedule is going to look like, so these videos are going to come out on my own time. So thank you for your patience and stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.